Well, from books to movies, the change of setting is the title, because today I'm going to be talking about how much the setting change from when a book becomes a movie can change the story. And the three stories that I'll be talking about is I Am Legend, The Godfather, and Goodfellas. And the first of the stories is I Am Legend. I Am Legend, the movie, as you see on the top here, is based in New York City, New York. And this is the most dramatic change, because from the book, it was based in Los Angeles, California. Now, as you see on the left, in the film, this is what the creatures look like. There's a small pocket of humans left in the world, and the monsters in the film can infect other humans by scratching them or biting them, and the virus is actually airborne as well. But in the book, this is what the creatures look like. The entire population is made up of these vampires, as they are in the story, and they search for humans so they can suck their blood out. And the virus is a bacteria that spreads, and that's how it's different from the movie. In the city, as you see here, the landscape is devastated. There's a lack of food, no people to run the machineries and maintain structures, and debris fills the streets. And that's in both the movie and the film. And this leads me to the next one, The Godfather. The setting change isn't as drastic in this story. The setting is based in 1940. It takes place in New York City, Las Vegas, and Sicily. Those are the three bases of the story. The environment is tense due to tensions between rival mafia families, and that's how basically the whole story is modeled. In the book, the text in the novel covers both movies, Godfather and Godfather 2. The setting is similar to the movie, not much change, except for the fact that the entire sub-story of Chicago and its mafia, led by Al Capone, was left out of the movie. And my last story is The Outsiders. The story of The Outsiders takes place in 1960. There's violence between rival factions. It's a very segregated town between rich and poor. It's based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And as you see at the bottom here, not much changed in setting from the book to the movie. There's two environments in both instances of the story. As you see here, this is one of them. The Greasers. They're from the south side in the film and the east side in the novel. That's a huge setting change. And that's basically the only real setting change that takes place. And as you see here, on the south side or the east side, depending on which version of the story you're reading, they're in poverty. And as you see on the bottom, these are the other faction, the Socials. And they're on the north side in the film and the west side in the novel. And they come from more wealthy families, and they're the more privileged kids of the city. And basically the point of these slides is to tell you how much, if the setting stays the same, the basis of the story and the foundation of the story stays the same. But if the setting changes, as you saw in I Am Legend, the entire story drastically takes a turn. And the movies that I cited, 3 of them were from Francis Ford Coppola: The Godfather, The Godfather 2, and The Outsiders. The original book of The Outsiders was written by S.E. Hinton, and I Am Legend, the original book, is wrote by Francis Lawrence. The original book of I Am Legend is wrote by Richard Matheson, and the original book of Godfather was by Mario Puzo.
Okay.